What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the Persian wolf, Hadi, who just uploaded a new video on his YouTube channel, where he is absolutely destroying his hamstrings. So I am assuming this was taken at about 12 weeks out of this year's Miss Olympia. So throughout this video, he's covered up. But towards the very end, he did give the audience just a glimpse of how the quads are looking at 12 weeks out of this year's Miss Olympia. So Hadi's quads are looking absolutely massive, and the thing is they have always been huge. Although it seems one of them is a little bigger than the other one, and this is something that Halmanian also pointed out in the breakdown video after the Olympia 2023. But we saw not even the slightest weakness in Hadi's quads at his last two shows, which were the Arnold Classic Ohio as well as UK. In fact, I have to say his legs look the best they have ever looked at this past Arnold. And I believe they are going to be even better at this upcoming Miss Olympia. In fact, I believe his overall physique is going to be even better than what we saw at this year's Arnold. So this is going to be Hadi's 6th consecutive Miss Olympia. And the lowest he has ever placed at the Olympia level. That was 4th, back in 2020. And the main reason for him placing 4th at that show was because he arrived in the US at the very last minute, just 24 hours before the show. And he just could not get rid of all the water because he just did not have enough time, especially for the prejudging. But the way he showed up for the night show at the finals, he was absolutely spot on, and that is why he was clear-cut second in the finals. The only guy he was unable to beat, that was Big Ramy. Now fast forward to 2024, Hadi and Derek are prepping to battle it out one more time, and this is most probably gonna be the most epic of them all. So at this point, at 11 weeks out, who do you guys have winning, Derek or Hadi? Next up, we have an update of the reigning Miss Olympia Derek Linsford hitting the side chest with his coach Honey Rambot. So I believe this was taken last week, and these guys were touring Canada. So Derek is also now ramping things up. He looks big as a house right now, and that too with a superb conditioning. So those new pictures released by Derek on his Instagram, that shows you the size that he's currently carrying. And I have to say that is absolutely insane. Especially the bag we are about to witness at this year's Miss Olympia. It is going to be untouchable. I mean, he was already untouchable from the back, but I believe this time he is going to be even more impressive. So in the current era of the sport, the shows aren't exactly run from the back. At least that was the case from 2018 to 2022, because Phil Heath lost to Sean Roden in 2018, despite having an overall way better back. But Derek sort of won the Olympia last year because of his back. So Derek is also a very young guy. He's just entering the prime of his career now, and he has got everything. He has clearly added more size, more thickness to his frame, especially in this offseason. We all know he has got the best X-frame in the men's open class. I mean, no one makes a more solid impression than Derek in the first pose. That is front relaxed. He steals the show right there and then. So the only thing left to see in Derek is how improved are his weak body parts, like his chest, his shoulders, his arms. How much size can he retain in his legs for 2024? Because if these are improved, the man is gonna be pretty damn hard to beat. So Derek was there in Ohio, and Hadi won his first ever Arnold Classic title, and that too with such domination. So seeing that kind of condition in person from your biggest rival, that must have motivated the hell out of Derek to bring an even better condition at this year's Miss Olympia. So if we take a look at some of the pictures from the finals of this past Mr. Olympia, Derek was dry like a bone from behind, and Hadi too was improved from the prejudging. So I don't think any one of these guys will leave the door open, especially at the prejudging this year. Next up is the current update of Quinton Beastwood. So is he gonna compete again this year before the Olympia? I have to say probably not. There aren't many shows left anyway, especially the shows that are gonna be held in Europe, because Quinton hinted that he might do one of the European shows if he wants to try to qualify for this upcoming Miss Olympia. So he still appears very much in a superb condition, because at this point in time, he must be in the detox phase. Because Quinton had a very long prep, 22 weeks for the New York Pro, and then 5 additional weeks until Toronto Pro. So I'm pretty sure he is cleaning out his system as of right now, because the length of the prep, that was the biggest reason why he decided not to do Van Pro. And that was a show that Quinton could have won, based on how he showed up at Toronto Pro and his performance at that show, because he was able to beat John Jewett there, who actually went on to win Van Pro. So with the kind of frame that Quinton has, he still needs more time to fill up. Yes, as per him, he lost a lot of tissue during the weeks leading into the New York Pro, which was like the worst look of his career. But he still isn't at that level where Samson Dauda or Andrew Jack are, especially in terms of size. So only mentioning Samson and Andrew here, because this is what the bodybuilding fans and the world was talking about before Quinton stepped on the New York Pro stage. And this is what Quinton himself also envisions in the future. Now there is no denying the fact that Quinton's genetics are absolutely nuts. One of the best out there. Mind-blowing lines and aesthetics. But maybe another off-season is required to build enough thickness, enough mass, in order to beat some of these bigger guys. Final stretch for John De La Rosa, who is going to be stepping on Tempo Pro stage in less than 10 days time now. So the man right now is looking absolutely ripped. And this look of John, that is gonna get even better in the upcoming days. Because John isn't one of those guys who is ready weeks out of the show. He is one of those bodybuilders who changes a lot in the last few weeks. So John had his eye on Tempo Pro for quite a while now. The aim is to get the win and step on Miss Olympia stage for the very first time since 2019. Yes, he's gonna be stepping on the Olympia stage after 5 years. Because that was the last time he was on the biggest bodybuilding stage in the world, and he placed outside of the top 10 at that show. But judging him by the physique that he presented at this year's Arnold, where he was able to make top 4, that physique is quite easily the favorite to win Tempo Pro, and also do exceptionally well at this upcoming Miss Olympia. And we have to keep in mind, this version of John that we are about to witness in 10 days time at Tempo Pro, that is gonna be an even bigger version of him than what we saw at this year's Arnold. Because both John and his coach Patrick, they had their foot on the gas since the Arnold this year. So the feedback that was given to him by the judges after the Arnold, that was to get bigger, and that is exactly what these guys have been working on throughout this offseason. So the 4 shows that John did with Patrick Tour, starting from Chicago Pro 2023, I have to say his conditioning at every single one of those shows, that was truly exceptional. So talking about Tempo Pro, the runner-up at Chicago Pro, Vlad has already announced that Tempo Pro is gonna be his next stop. Now he proved to us all that he can be incredibly dangerous, and he can look as good on the stage as he does in the pictures on his Instagram. So I believe this is gonna be another awesome show, and the comparison between all these guys, that is gonna be a treat to watch. So I don't think anyone can really outmuscle Vlad. That guy is so freaky and so damn huge. He has incredible thickness, his density is unreal, and his biggest weapon, that is his freak factor. So all these things are just on a different level on Vlad. So I believe he is definitely gonna be in the mix. So guess who is the other guy who was spotted in Tampa and my 40 gym today? It's none other than the Chicago Pro champion, Muhammad Foda. So the man also isn't done with the competition season just yet. And he said that he's gonna do at least one more show before this year's Miss Olympia. So as of right now, we know he is skipping this year's Dubai Pro. So it will be great to see him either at Tampa Pro or Texas Pro. And I think him and John, they are gonna be much closer in the battle for the title. Because both these guys have good flow and incredible symmetry. Plus both these guys can bring that next level of conditioning. So as of right now, nothing is confirmed for Muhammad Foda. This is all just speculation. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.